everybody know when you used to winning, it's hard for you to quit, so you unretire. Here's my top 5 biggest unretiring champions ever. Number 1, Tom Brady. Now, I know y'all probably expected him to be like the top of the list and stuff, but the thing is, Tom Brady is arguably the greatest quarterback, the greatest NFL player in the history of the game. And when Tom Brady retired, we was sad, we was emotional, and we was feeling it, and we was believing it, but then we was like, damn, Tom Brady gonna really go out like that? He gonna go out not a champion, he gonna go out at least not losing in the Super Bowl? Because we know Thomas Timothy William Bradford Brady has to go out on top. And when he came back out of retirement, it shocked us. It didn't shock us like, oh my gosh, we thought he was dead. It shocked us like, damn, he really got tired of them damn kids, and he came back to the NFL. So when Tom Brady came back to Tampa and said we got to go one more time, we all appreciate it, and it made great for the internet. Number 2, Dion Sanders. Now, prime time, if he ain't number 1, he definitely number 2 greatest football player ever. Offensive, defensively, special team. The man played baseball during football season. Nobody was better than Dion Sanders. So when Dion Sanders was on TV talking and somebody kind of said he had got slower and he was like, I can run a 4.340 right now with no problem. And he got out of that suit and put on his Superman cape, which was that uniform, and he got back in the NFL and he did his thing for another year. We was grateful for that because the game missed that swagger and they needed that swagger back. So when prime time left those seats to put people back in the seats and did his thing and went like this, we knew that he was the man. Number 3, Stone Cold Steve Austin. We are going to respect the WWE professional wrestlers as athletes because everything they do is athletic. And when Stone Cold came back out of retirement one time to drive that 4-wheeler down with somebody in front of him while he was passed out, Stone Cold Steve Austin had everybody wanting to be him. Everybody wanted to kick somebody in the stomach, then Stone Cold stun somebody, shoot birds off camera because I don't want to get banned, bash stuff together. Stone Cold had me at 14 wanting to drink beer in front of my mama and say, whoa, but I knew my ass would have been towed up from the flow up. All I'm saying is when Stone Cold decided to come out of retirement one more time for all of the fans, it made our lives complete. Everybody knows nothing is better than the Texas rattlesnake. Thank you for unretiring. Number 4, surprisingly, Michael Jordan. Now, I know y'all looking at this list and being like, how the hell could Michael Jordan not be number 5, not be the biggest one? Because I got something for you. The reason Michael Jordan 4-5 coming out because we knew Michael Jordan was still in the peak of his career. Michael Jordan wasn't fooling nobody. We knew Michael Jordan could step away from the game for 2 or 3 years, come back and dominate. And not only did he dominate, he won 3 more times. Michael Jordan took a leave of absence from the game of basketball, and I'm not going to talk about no conspiracy theories, but when he came back with the 4-5, he came back with a vengeance. Him coming back and losing to the Orlando Magic and not making it to the NBA Finals put a chip on his shoulder that nobody wanted to bite. No disrespect to the great Michael Jordan, the 2nd greatest player in the history of the game, but thank you for unretiring, Air Jordan. And number 5, George Foreman. George Foreman almost died when it came to the sport of boxing, so he retired, took 10 years off, came back, and then he fought Evander Holyfield, almost knocking his ass out, went 12 rounds with him, and then a couple years later, he won the heavyweight title at 45 years old. A 45-year-old, tall, bald-head black man who had grills and named every single child George Foreman came back and dominated. I ain't gonna say dominated on a level we've never seen, but came back at his age and became a champion. How could you hate on that? Who's your top 5 unretired athletes of all time? I love to hear them.